So 5, 4, 3. There you go. So, guys, now we're at the beginning of the first episode of the podcast I've been talking about. We have here Geeno, in his car looking kind of suspect, like he's stalking somebody with his dick in his hand. We have Stealth 718, where, he's looking a little domestic, like a helpless little husband that's just been beaten and battered and abused over a bit of time. But now we're going to get into the topics. So we're going to take it to Geeno.
Too, Rich.
I'm the same motherfucker. You know it. So,
you're looking broke these days.
The $2.5 million deal lasted me for a bit. I tried to stretch it out, and things didn't work out. Well, at least I'm not talking about no $6 billion in my wallet like some other idiots. You know who I'm talking about.
I see what you did there.
All right, so let's get to the discussions. Let's start with the current WWE champions. We're gonna discuss their angles, whether they heel or face, and what we think about it. Let's start with Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief.
Roman to me is an interesting figure. Like, honestly, to tell you the truth, I think this is his best work since the Shield, since they first got together. Like, remember when the Shield came up and they were beating on everybody? They were doing fabulous work. I think this is along the lines of his best work, along with that time and that place in time. Roman is a strong champion. He's also got a strong mouthpiece. But it seems kind of weird with his championship run, and because it's like he wants to be face, but he's trying to play heel. It's like he's trying to go in between. Honestly, I think he should just go full force heel, just forget about being cheered, just go kick ass, and that's it. He should just go straight on being heel. That's my vision for Roman. Roman should just not try to be a tweener. Just do heel shit.
And what do you think, Stealth?
From every wrestler that I see that was a baby face to a heel, all of them always say that they love being a heel because it's more easier. It's more easier to make the fans hate you. I think I agree with Geeno. Roman Reigns right now is better as a heel. He's better as a heel, but he's probably still trying to figure out transitioning into being a heel because he's been a face for so damn long. It's hard for him to get out of that whole old routine of being a face. But so far, he's been doing good, and a lot of people love him. He's been getting a lot of good compliments and opinions from other people. But I always liked Roman Reigns. He just lacked in a lot of stuff. And now I see the progress. He's learning. He's still not there. He's still not 100%, but he's getting there. I like Roman Reigns.
Well,
sucker and succotash.
Well, I gotta be the imbalanced testicular in this one because basically I just want to express what I think about Roman Reigns, and that's what I see him as, a testicular, an imbalanced testicular. Where sometimes you got the macho, but then you got the other side that's just like, that little freaking damn pussy that just doesn't want to come out. That's what Roman Reigns is. yes, he has improved with a heel turn. But the problem that I see with Roman Reigns is that he breaks character a lot. And you sometimes see him smirking. And at times, you don't see the confidence when he's talking to the damn people. It's like when he's acting tough, he talks, but then he catches himself. So he feels kind of like embarrassed, or he doesn't feel that he's that tough guy, the tribal chief that he's claiming to be. And that fucking irks me a lot because it's like, okay, you get us in the zone and then you let it go because you break character and you don't feel and have the confidence of the person that you're portraying right now as we speak, the tribal chief, a person, a warrior with confidence.
I think I think his best promo so far that I've seen was the promo that he did before the WrestleMania match between him, Edge, and Daniel Bryan. I think that was like his best promo because he went after each one of them. He didn't stumble on his words like he usually do. He didn't stumble and he kept a straight face through the whole thing. I think that was his best promo, in my opinion. That was his best promo.
One thing I like about Roman Reigns, honestly, is he has a. Of course, we all know he has a good presence. He has a good look, or whatever. But one thing I did notice with him, his best work comes out when it's when his back is against the wall against somebody he wants to prove himself against. Like, for instance, I don't know if you remember. That's exactly where I was heading.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I was heading. Cena kind of exposed him, you know.
Yep.
But Roman actually had his back against the wall, and he came out of that situation okay. Even though I felt he lost against Cena in that instance, but
Definitely.
he didn't bow down and just tuck his head and dip. He actually stood there and went toe to toe with somebody like that. You know, that's when you bring out his best. When you put
I ain't gonna
somebody
lie,
in front of
it's
him.
very hard to go against Cena. When you go in the ring going, on the mic, very hard to go against Cena.
And
And
look
CM
at who I'm
Punk.
talking about.
And
And
CM
CM
Punk.
Punk also. These are all great mic men.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
So Roman is great when he wants to prove himself to those kind of people.
Yeah.
You see how you said that's his best work? His best work was cutting that promo on Edge and Daniel Bryan. Look at the caliber of guys he stepped in the ring with.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan is
Edge.
a super technician. Edge is a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? These guys are like worthy opponents. Why wouldn't Roman want to come out? Roman is not gonna he's not gonna prove himself against somebody like like Xavier Woods or some shit like that. He's gonna treat it like it's regular, like a everyday thing.
Yeah.
The promos that Edge cut, for that match was like
phenomenal.
Yeah. So Roman Reigns had no choice but to try and top it, which he didn't, but he had a good effort. He did really good to me. And he had to match Edge's promos. And
yeah, that Edge promo. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. It's okay. Go. Finish up.
Okay. Yeah, that Edge promo. The one that I think you're talking about is the one that he transitioned back to the rated R superstar.
Which one? The one that he was inside the ring?
He was in the ring. Yes, he was in the ring by himself.
Sitting down.
Yeah, and then he went and started to go crazy. And then he's like,
I think that one was great, but I think the one with him and Paul Heyman was even better. I felt that's when you're on the TV and you're like, damn, what the hell? Like that was a great promo that he cut.
Yeah. He has his moments, and he has his how will you say, his potential, the skills that, you know, we notice because, you know, he's there for a reason. The only thing is that, yes, he lacks one of the
Rich, you kind of
biggest.
chopping a little bit.
Oh, I'm sounding choppy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's probably my my connection. You guys hear me now?
You.
You guys got me now?
Yeah, 2.5 in bad investments, man.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. That's why I'm trying to grow on the channel. So with Roman Reigns, he basically,
It happens.
yes,
It happens.
It does. Roman needs to, I don't know, go to some boot camp or something to basically work on his talking skills and really believe who he is at the moment. That's how I see it. Yes, he could perform in the ring. He could freaking do his little Superman punches and all the little spears he wants. You know, he can look the part too. Anybody can look the part, but being the part and believing the part is a whole big damn story. That's something different.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I agree.
let's keep it moving. So who do you guys want to discuss as the current champion, their angle, and do we like it or do we hate it?
You want to talk about Lashley?
Yeah, we can start with Lashley.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Lashley. I mean, Lashley, I like him as a champion. I mean, I just don't like his voice. You know what I'm saying? I've said that plenty of times. It's just like his believability is great because he got such a presence and he's built like a tree. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, bro, like, I don't believe you when you talk. It's like it was kind of like he has the Mike Tyson feel for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was super dangerous, but at the same time, when he got on the microphone, it was just like, bro, you seriously talk like this? Yeah, but Lashley's a great champion to me, but I think they got him in a weird storyline, because they got him in limbo. And two, he is just when he speaks. Those are only two problems I have with him. Other than that, he's a good champion. He's believable in the sense that I know that Bobby Lashley could fuck somebody up for real. Excuse my language. I don't know if we could curse here or not.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
Okay. He could beat somebody down for real, you know. But other than that, I mean, he's okay to me.
Yeah. Me, I mean, I don't. Lashley, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't personally see it. Like I just don't. I don't know. I can't get into his character. I can't. I don't feel it. I don't feel his character. I really don't. I don't see. I don't know. I think he could be better. He could be better. And I agree with Geeno. I don't like his voice either. I don't feel I don't feel his promos. That's why MVP's talking for him mostly. But I don't know. I don't feel his promos like that. I don't feel him as a wrestler like that either.
So you basically just don't like him at all.
I like him, but like I said, to me personally, he needs improvement. Is something missing? I just don't know what. To me, something is missing.
I think basically with Lashley and an MVP, I think they should have just kept the Hurt Business together. I think the group balanced out all the weaknesses that they all had, you know, as a whole. Mm-hmm. And they made themselves stronger as a group, you know, all of them having their lack of, but yet together they look as a threat. They look as more believable. And you don't see so much nonsense with, you know, like how you guys explained with Bobby Lashley, like the in-betweens and how he's talking and how he's expressing himself. And it just sounds like, you know, like somebody's just strangling somebody's throat. And, you know,
to go back to what you were saying about the Hurt Business, I agree with that. They should have gave that faction a longer run, because I haven't seen an African American faction since what? Nation of
Nation,
Domination.
exactly. Nation of
I
Domination.
Yeah,
haven't
or the
seen
New
a
Day.
faction
Or
or the New Day,
uh,
but I don't really see them as a faction. I just see them as a tag team.
I
They're not
have
like a real big
my
faction.
I have my opinion about New Day, so I might get some controversy from all the freaking damn gummy bear, freaking marshmallow ass fans out there. But New Day,
Unicorns.
yeah,
Oh, I gotta hear this.
unicorn, yeah. So you want to hear it? Okay.
No,
So
I definitely want to hear it.
I discussed
I mean,
it.
we
Yeah,
could jump to that, and we could jump back to these champions. The thing is that the champions aren't too interesting. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
That sounds like you're going to say something very interesting.
Uh,
They should
Nick,
have gave the Hurt Business a longer run.
okay,
A longer run.
okay. Yeah, her business should have had a longer run, and they should have, been in a streak. It's basically like, take control, look like a threat, and just make it seem like nobody can beat them, or it looks like they just unstoppable, that type of
Like
thing.
Evolution.
Just like
Like what
Yeah,
Evolution, or
evolution. Yeah, evolution was great.
yeah. But they didn't do that. Why? Because there's an African American group, and I don't want to bring in the racial thing, but that's my problem with New Day. Now, New Day as a group, I think I would jerk my balls off on the freaking whole concept of it, because I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Now, the three people, Xavier Woods, you got Kofi Kingston, and then you got Big E. Now, Big E, let's start with Big E. By himself, he's a better athlete. By himself, he could be something bigger. But no, they keep him in this freaking group of clowns, because that's what they are, a group of clowns. Trust me, I know, as you can see. But you get these freaking you get these guys, and they all freaking jumping around, they doing all this little freaking damn funny business crap or whatever. Yeah, it's nice for the kids, but all it is a bunch of clowns for the money, the merchandise. That's what it is. It makes
Yep.
money. So they will
Yep.
sell their souls so that they can basically do what they gotta do. But I know it's not their fault, because now there ain't no flexibility in the business. There ain't no, creative, flexibility where you could basically do what you want, or at least try, and it goes through. No, now is you're restrained to whatever crap that Vince, we gotta throw you in here. Vince throws in stuff, and thinks, okay, no, wait, this is making money. So we're gonna keep these clowns jumping around and dancing around like a bunch of
Uh-huh.
idiots until it goes broke. Because if it keeps making money, they're gonna stay doing it. But now you got the Hurt Business. Vince has a hard on for the brolic. You know it. He likes the big arms, he likes the big pecs, and he likes the big pack. And I'm not talking about the midsection. Now we're gonna go back to the story. We're gonna go back to the
Yeah.
story where he thinks, wait a minute, Bobby Lashley's big and brolic. All I need is for him to be with MVP. So the only intelligent thing Vince did was, since Bobby Lashley can't talk, he's an idiot. You put MVP with him, he can talk. So now you got the big pack, midsection, if he doesn't click up in here. And you got MVP that got the vocals, and there you go. You got the nice recipe, but then you see Shelton Benjamin and Cedric. Vince doesn't like them. Vince doesn't need them. So basically, breaks them up, and they're freaking damn lost in the shuffle. That's
Yeah.
my problem with the New Day.
That's always been a recipe. You always have, you always have the big guy that don't speak, then the manager, then you have two heaters who attack that champion or attack that specific guy. He's gonna send the heaters first. He's gonna send the two cronies first, or the one crony first, before you can get to that champion. I mean, look, Roman does it with his cousin, And also, what you call it? They were also doing it with the Hurt Business guys.
Yep.
True. True. So.
And the NWO was good for that too. You know what I mean? Hogan used to send all his other guys before anybody could get to Hogan.
His 10, 20 guys that he had in the NWO.
Yep.
Yeah, but at least it was a believable thing because he wasn't the tough guy. He was just champion from his name, and they just chose him as a leader figure. But it wasn't like he was the biggest, baddest guy in the group. So it was a believable, a cocky bad guy from a good guy turned twisted. But with the Hurt Business, they didn't even give him enough time to develop and become something where it's like, wow, at least NWO, it had its run. It had a long run. It wasn't something quick. Same thing with the Generation X, Evolution. It had its run. It was longer. You felt it. You experienced that run. This little freaking Hurt Business thing was like a quick little, blue ball kind of effect. You get there.
It was too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was to tease.
Basically. That's what it is. So let's move on. I want to discuss the guy you call Vince. He had a couple of comments in a shoot interview with with some commentator. I don't know the guy's name. I really don't care. But he said some things about how WCW basically was winning in the ratings and what was their tactics, and they were seeming to be kind of like dirty and shady how they were doing things in the Monday Night Wars.
Are you referring to the off the record interview with this guy from Canada in early 2000s?
Talking about yes, exactly. I'm talking about Eric Bischoff listening in. There was a video that listening into Vince's comments that was way back discussing why WWE, WWF at the time, was behind the ratings, losing in the Monday Night Wars, and basically Vince was basically expressing his opinion of how WCW was ahead in things. What's your guys' take on that?
Pretty much, Vince was kind of saying Eric Bischoff was cheating in the ratings. Pretty much, that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, basically. And he also, I don't know if you guys caught it in the video that I sent you too, but he also was insinuating that Bischoff paid other people, like normal people, that's what I understood. Paid normal people to watch the show so that they could boost the ratings weekly. You tell me how realistic that is.
You know how many people you have to pay to get a 5.8?
Exactly. This is Vince's intel.
That's far-fetched as hell. I mean, I understand that, that Eric Bischoff, at the time he was working for Turner, had an open checkbook and he could write whatever check he wanted to. But come on. 5.8 on a weekly basis? I mean, WCW would have went bankrupt the 14th week if he would have had to pay 5.8 million people to watch WCW.
Exactly.
Or even a quarter of that, like 1.4 million or something. Well, on a weekly basis for 14 weeks, bro? No, that's not obtainable, bro.
At the time, Vince was just desperate. He was losing in ratings until Stone Cold Steve Austin. I say it to this day, Stone Cold Steve Austin is the one that pretty much saved WWE.
I agree, but I kind of disagree too, but continue.
If Stone Cold never brought that different vibe to his character since the King of the Ring speech, the whole Austin 316, I whipped your ass, whatever. If he didn't bring that character into play that day, I don't think WWE would have survived. In my opinion, I don't think it would have transitioned into the whole attitude era, the whole I don't care, let's go and do whatever we want to kill the ratings. Be dirty, be rated R, be whatever. If Stone Cold didn't come, I don't think they would have survived. I think Stone Cold changed the whole thing, helped Vince, like he saved Vince from everything. That's my opinion. That's why I feel Stone Cold is my favorite wrestler of all time. Not because he changed the whole wrestling world pretty much with the whole attitude era, he but he stood to his character, he believed in his character, and I felt his character, and he was just like he was on top of it. He was on top of it. He was on top of everything. That's my opinion.
Okay. Um, honestly, Stone Cold, he was a strong part, but there's two other things to that. Like when it really started to transition was the Mike Tyson debacle thing. When Mike Tyson came in and they had that exchange, in I think it was on a Raw episode, and that went everywhere. It went viral. It went everywhere. Everybody picked it up. Remember, Mike Tyson was that smoking weed as we speak about.
That was the baddest man on the planet.
At that present time was Mike Tyson. Then this meeting has no longer has what?
No, it's fine. This press okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So you have Mike Tyson in his prime, and then you have Austin coming up with he had a lot of momentum. He did have a lot of momentum ever since that King of the Ring. He did have a lot of momentum, but there was a lot of factors that played into this. So honestly, when the switch made, it was Mike Tyson.
I agree with that too.
And then the second is ECW. And the reason why I say ECW, to tell you the truth, if there's no ECW, there's no WWE. Because they would have lost in the ratings and WCW would have been on top. And I'm gonna tell you why. ECW gave WWF that attitude that they needed to beat WCW with. We're not gonna sit here and pretend that nobody was stealing shit from ECW and their talent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they were. If it wasn't for ECW, these companies wouldn't be shit.
I agree, but then I don't.
Because look at Austin.
Only because Vince
if it wasn't for Austin, like you said, the WWF would have lost in the ratings.
Yeah.
His identity was reborn in ECW. He stole Mikey Whipwreck's finisher, and he stole the Sandman's gimmick. That's what Stone Cold Steve Austin is.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
But I think I only disagree because Vince will steal people's ideas, but if it's not Vince's idea, he won't care. He won't put it into play. Like the whole attitude thing and turning, he was so cartoonish. All his wrestlers, Austin came, changed that whole thing. And some points you said is true. The whole Mike Tyson incident that changed the whole thing. And certain characters and certain things, certain ideas, CW came into play too. Like I said, Vince stole some things, but Vince.
All he did was remix them. That's it.
He had no choice but to fall into the whole Attitude Era. He had to. He was getting killed by WCW with the ratings. He had to. We had to let the wrestlers.
You don't think Aldo Montoya could have been the guy?
He was Aldo great Montoya in ECW.
WrestleMania, bro.
He was great in ECW. Just incredible. He was great in there. That
and the
was his
Mountie.
best run. Yeah.
Way better. Back to you guys' points. I mean, you guys have a point. The reason why Stone Cold, if you want to say Stone Cold, and not Steve Austin the person, but the persona, the gimmick, the angle, the story, whatever, the character, Stone Cold was the catalyst that started the whole attitude thing. Because if you think about it, without Stone Cold, they won't have Mike Tyson to guest star as a guest referee and come in WrestleMania. Who else would you fill in to face Shawn Michaels at the time
Let's
to make
think
it
about it.
interesting to match the whole Mike Tyson as the guest referee at that time? Nobody. You know, at that time, you know, they didn't
Duke the
really
Dumpster Drosy would have been a great
exactly
replacement.
Duke the
I
Dumpster.
think the
took
Brooklyn
his
Brawler
pick.
would have been good.
Or Brooklyn, oh yeah, Brooklyn Brawler.
Could have put them over, you know.
Man.
But you know, it was like a catalyst. Like, you know, when you get something going and stuff, then something else after that, and that's how the Attitude Era, you know, developed. It developed with, you know, one thing starting, and then it just continued, and everything else, you know, started to, you know, evolve. And you gotta also say this too: the locker room in the Attitude Era was way more hungrier than the locker room of today, the modern locker room today, because back then everybody was really working hard to be at the top spot, no matter how low they were, but they were working hard to be at the top spot. They were working hard as a group.
They were fighting. They were fighting 2 fights though.
Exactly, and fighting Nitro, fighting WCW at the time. You know, that's definitely, you know, a war, if you want to say.
Right.
So
everybody has something to prove.
So now to jump into something else, you know, we're gonna discuss New Jack's death. May he rest in peace. New Jack, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't a fan. I did respect his character. I respected him as, you know, the type of person that, you know, he wanted to be real, the most realist, you know, as far as how hardcore he wanted to be, how, you know, how crazy and how, you know, believable his matches would be to, I guess, the fans. That's what I take from that. You know, I don't know too much about the guy. All I know is he was in ECW. He did a couple of crazy shit, and you'd be like, oh, there goes the music. New Jack with the freaking damn shopping cart. So that's all I remember.
I mean, New Jack lived his life the way he wrestled, which is extreme. Like, you know, he would, you know, party however, whenever, like during, before, after matches. Like the guy was just extreme. You know, like that's how he lived his life, the way he wanted to live his life. That's why he went out the way he went out. You know, I mean, I have all respect for him. I was a fan, but not necessarily a super fan of his. No, I wasn't the biggest fan of his, but I did appreciate his hardcore work. As far as a worker goes, like his in-ring skills is not one of those things that was, you know, like very decorative. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, New Jack killed this 30-minute match. Like
exactly. Nah,
no,
he wasn't known for his technical
skills. You know, he was kind of like the Sandman to me. Sandman's the same, right? At all. You know, and he was beating somebody up, and he would do it to the highest point that he possibly can, because he would take it to the extreme. You know, I mean, rest in peace to New Jack. I mean, like, respect to his family. My condolences go out to anybody that was close to him and his fans, everything like that. Rest in peace, New Jack.
I wasn't a big fan of New Jack, but you know, my condolences go to him and his family and his fans, and everybody loved him. I wasn't a big fan of him. Certain personal issues he had, as far as criminal activity he had back then, I didn't like it. I don't condone it, but I respect him. I hope that he went out the way he wanted to, that he lived his life the way he wanted to. Like Gino said, he did live his life to the extreme. And my condolences go out to him, to his family and fans and everyone. May God rest his soul.
Oh, I just wanted to get into like some AEW stuff because like we kind of lost track on. Pardon me. It's it's an ambulance. Somebody's getting wheeled off.
Trust me, I'm enjoying the sound of it right now.
Yeah, some AEW stuff. Like, I mean, have you guys been watching AEW?
To be honest, AEW, as much attention AEW can get out of me is as much as me scratching my anal. How fast you can scratch your ass, I don't know. That's how much it gets my attention.
Okay.
AEW right now, I just can't get into it. I can't. I feel like they have too much wrestlers now. In the beginning, they was like with a good amount. Now I feel like they have too much wrestlers, and it's like, what the hell do we do with all these damn wrestlers? I just can't get into AEW. I mean, nothing towards people that do love AEW. If you love AEW, then good for you. That's you. That's your taste. But I don't know. I can't get into AEW at the moment.
All right, let's talk.
I don't even think I ever got into it before.
Let's talk about the good points of AEW. What we noticed that's good about them. Let's talk about that. For me, AEW, yes, it has a roster. It has enough people in there to, like how Jericho's promoting that we're building stars. The problem is a cluster of them. So it's like, who's doing the writing? Who's doing, the organization of who's who, how to identify, how to relate to each wrestler instead of just bunching them up in cliques and groups and gangs and hoodlums. Like, I don't get it. I don't get the whole. You watch AEW and it's a whole freaking damn Family Feud type of thing. You seeing all these different characters, bugged out freaking crazy ass niggas that one with makeup, the other one with a scarf. I don't get it. I really don't.
I feel AEW has too many people. Like, it's all over the place. They have too many people in one faction, then they have too many people in another faction that don't even match. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's discombobulated. It's like all over the place. That whole
there shouldn't be more than one faction. I mean, more than three, at least three factions.
I feel there's too many.
Yeah, there is. You have Team Taz, then you have Team
Jericho,
somebody else.
Jericho's faction.
The Pinnacle. You have the Pinnacle with MJF. You have Jericho's Inner Circle. And you have the Elite. I mean, it's a lot. It is a lot. It looks
I feel like I don't even know what's going on. Like, I feel like it's like all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was.
God.
Yeah, there was a specific match I wanted to talk about, but being that you guys are watching.
But talk about it. We can forget. We can trust me. We can say
it was the Young Bucks versus. It was the Young Bucks versus Kazarian and what's his name? Christopher Daniels. Right?
Is that where Christopher Daniels hurt his eye? He hit a post or something? Is that one?
Yeah, he had a bad cut. It was nasty.
Yeah.
It was a super nasty cut. There was blood everywhere. There was blood on the Young Bucks. There was blood on his tag team part. There was blood on everywhere. It was blood. Even the people that were outside, the club, The club had blood on them too.
Wow.
And they wasn't even a part of the match.
Because he hit the post. He hit the post really hard. Like he really hit the post hard.
Yeah, he did. That was hard. That was hard way. The way he got cut was hard way.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't cut him safe. There was a spot, right? I remember when Shawn Michaels, before he hit a super kick on Ric Flair, and he Matt Jackson did the same to who was not Kazarian, to Christopher Daniels. He was like, "I'm sorry, I love you," and then hit him with the super kick, and then he kicked out. That shit was bad funny.
I don't know if that was.
I wish you guys saw that. It was hilarious.
I don't know if that was pretty much a sub towards WWE.
It definitely was. It definitely was, because the way JR sold it in commentary, let me believe that was like, he was like, "Oh, come on." Yeah, I was like, yeah, he sold it like that. So he was like, nah. So it definitely was a parody of what Shawn Michaels did.
All right, so we're gonna keep it moving since we don't have too much to say about AEW at the moment. I mean, WWE ain't all that good neither. So it's just, it's just really wrestling's all over the place, folks. So let's keep it moving. So let's discuss recently, a rap legend, DMX, passed away. And a lot of people have mixed, rest in peace. A lot of people have mixed reactions of, what they believe of how he passed away. The technicalities to behind all that. And I just wanted you guys take on what you guys think, and what you think of also that this month, which is coincidence that he passes away, and this month he has his album coming out real soon. So what you guys think? Stuff, you could take it.
Yeah, man. I don't even know how to get into this because I believe in a lot of stuff that I know millions of other people believe too. And it goes into the whole quote unquote conspiracy theories on stuff, but I just feel it's just too coincidental. Too coincidental. He fell off. He was like one of the top artists of all time at one point. Then he fell off. Then when he started fixing, trying to fix his life, his lifestyle, and get back into the business as far as, doing movies again and doing music and all this stuff. This happens. He passes away. At the same time, he was working on his album, and his album comes out. I don't know what to make of it, but I've heard from other sources he didn't pass from a drug overdose. I heard from other sources he didn't pass from a drug overdose. He passed away from other reasons. They say some sources say he passed from the jab. He passed from that. Some people say he passed from a heart attack. Some people say he passed from a drug overdose. It's a lot of theories going around, but I personally don't think he passed away from drug overdose. You know how many years he's been doing it, and he's done it for years, very hard. You see him go from very bony, skinny DMX to where he was before he passed away, all chunky and healthy looking. I don't know. I don't believe the whole. I don't believe it. I don't believe he passed away the way they say he passed. But that's my opinion. People have their opinion. I don't know.
Geeno?
I want to get his album. He was one of my favorite rappers of all time. I know so much of his damn music. He was one of my favorite rappers of all time. That one hurt me when I heard the news that he passed away. That one really hurt me. It was like, wow, that that really hurt because that was someone I grew up listening to. So that one really hurt me, and I wanted to shed a tear so bad, but I mean, it's part of life. People go, people come and go. You know, my prayers go out to his family and his fans and everyone who loved him and was close to him. But he was one of my favorite. I would like to hear his new album too when it drops.
Geeno?
Uh, I don't even know where to start. Um, I'm gonna start by saying my condolences to his family, to his fans,
Yes.
and that was a very big loss in hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
I was a huge fan of DMX. Like
Mm-hmm.
I remember both his albums when they both dropped, and they both went platinum. He's probably, I think, the only rapper in history to go platinum back to back in a year, within a year's time. He actually did that. He went platinum both times, and I had both those albums. I had them on cassette.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Honestly, the way he died, I feel that demons did kill him. I feel like what what he smoked was laced with I forgot what the compound is, but it's been killing a lot of people out here. I
Wasn't it
forgot what it's.
fentanyl or something like that?
There it goes, bingo. That's what it is. Because his
Fentanyl.
autopsy read that it was crack, cocaine, and fentanyl, and they've been lacing drugs out here with that crap. They've been cutting it. I guess they've been paying so much to buy the or purchase the drug, and they cut it with garbage, and then they just give it to people. They do that with heroin. They do it with meth. Then they do it with crack
Yeah.
cocaine. Um,
Yeah.
yes, he was partying for like hard for years, but like if you look at everybody that's ever lived that lifestyle, those people don't last long anyways. I mean, look, Gangsta New Jack, he didn't even make it to 60, and he pretty much did the same thing, but he didn't smoke it, he sniffed it. You know what I'm saying? But he was hardcore living like that. That lifestyle will take a toll on you. It's gonna, especially cardiac wise, it's gonna do something bad to your heart. Like you can't. That lifestyle is
There
not.
was
You can't live like that for the rest of your life. You're
there was
not
an
going to
old
make it to
school
60.
rapper.
You're
I
not going to
forgot
make
his
it to
name.
70.
There was an old school rapper. I forgot his name, but he said he knew DMX for so long and years, and he's been doing he's been doing same drugs and other drugs too, and he's still living now, and he's way older than DMX. I forgot the
Oh,
rapper's name. He's like an old school rapper,
so he's
very old
probably
school.
one of the few that got lucky, you know. But these people don't. Those type of people don't last long.
Yeah.
Nine
I
out of
don't
ten
know.
times, these people die. You know what I'm saying? And they die bad deaths. And honestly, like I don't never want to think about that as his legacy. Just a drug
No,
addict.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? His legacy was
definitely,
much bigger than that. Like,
definitely. He was the
but
most
it's just
realest,
demons that just took
realest man.
over. It overtook his life. You know,
He was one of the realest rappers of all time, the realest guys. I guess.
human beings. Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
yeah, when you lose a real one like that, it hits you. It hits a lot of people. Like he was one of the real ones.
Um,
Can't duplicate DMX.
you know, you guys got to also remember too that not just only with his death and the coincidence of his album coming out, you think about it, the album's gonna blow up because with the death, most people, famous
Yep.
people that die, when they're at the lowest and they die, everything that they did recently just blows up from there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the
Same thing with
coincidence.
Pop Smoke.
Exactly. It's the
Yep.
coincidence and the timing of the deaths of these people.
Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, there you go.
Nipsey Hussle. Yep.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, it's not like a normal freaking Joe like us that, you know, we die. There ain't no freaking album that's coming out. There ain't no movie or trailer or some freaking sex tape on the side. It's just basically, exactly. So, yeah. So, now, the money that the family is gonna make off of this album, hopefully the family gets the majority of these proceeds and stuff. It's just sad that he fell off. You know, he was great, and he fell off all these years, and all of a sudden, a death is the catalyst for him to make a successful album in his time.
A comeback.
Like a comeback, if you want to say. Why?
A comeback when he can't come back. Like,
When he can't
it's
come
just
back.
sad.
Exactly. It's sad. So, you know, like most of us, we are going to be looking forward to this album, and I'm definitely gonna, you know, listen in. Cause, you know, he's one of my favorites. You know, DMX definitely, you know, has his shit. He has his jams. So my heart goes out to the family of DMX. May our Lord Jesus Christ guide his soul into heaven, and may
Have
he rest
mercy.
in peace. May he have
Amen.
mercy on his soul. So I want to move on to something different. You know, I know Geeno's not this type of person. He's not into this type of stuff. And yes, and you know, stuff also, but you know, I really don't care. It's my freaking show. You guys are gonna
I knew that was coming.
So, I want you guys' opinion on the whole Clark Kent now being a black man in the comics and also in the movies. They want to make Clark Kent Superman into a black man. What is your take on that one?
That's different. I'm curious to see how that would go. I mean, because I also noticed that that now Captain America is a black man. Something I seen in a movie. I think it was a movie clip. With him throwing the shield and somebody throwing a chair and bringing down the shield. I don't know if you've seen that clip.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, like why? I mean, don't you know that Captain America's shield, like when he was the white man, the shield, that shield would like protect him against tanks, against big fucking missiles, all kind of stuff. That thing was like the biggest thing ever. But then you throw it at somebody throws a chair at it and knocks it on the ground. It's weird, you know. And, I'm getting off topic, but that was to me like I just don't want them to put a black Superman and kind of undermine the character because he's black. I just want to see him at his full potential. I want to see how I'm really curious to see the direction they take him.
Okay, but not to cut you off because I wanna add this in so that as you giving your opinion and your reply, Stuff can also, because I know Stuff doesn't know too much about comics or doesn't even care neither. But is more of the concept. Do you think that they're changing his race due to the fact that what's happening now in the world with, you know, canceling this and canceling that, you know? Like,
absolutely.
Oh, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It definitely has something to do with the Black Lives Matter movement. It has to do with the cancel culture. It has a lot to do with being fair, quote unquote. The reason why I put air quotes is because they're doing everything that they're not supposed to do. Like if you want to make real change, give what you call it, give the black community something they can thrive from. Not a character on TV, not a what you call it, not some here this is a full black cast in some show or whatever the case may be. That they don't need that. They need They need something they can progress with, not something they can look at and be proud of. No, they need something to be proud of that they can actually make generational wealth like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Make real change. You know?
Yeah.
What's your take on that stuff?
I just think it's stupid as hell. It's just point blank period. I think it's stupid as hell.
Yeah, you're going raw right now.
Me
We're
and
going
you,
raw.
Rich, we spoke about this. Yeah, I'm going raw right now. Me and you, Rich, we spoke about this before. How would it look? How would it look if they changed Blade into a white man?
Exactly. Think about that one. Yeah.
How would it look if they changed the Black Panther into the White Panther? It just doesn't sound right. It doesn't look right.
Now, Geeno, I know you're not into superheroes, but imagine a carrot top freaking Blade. Do you think that's freaking appealing? Do you think that's sexy?
No fucking way. That's stupid. Yeah, honestly, I'm just very curious to see how it's gonna turn out, how it would be. I just don't want them to, like I said, to undermine the character just because they changing the race, because that's what they'll normally do.
To me, I think it's just stupid. It's dumb. I heard that they're trying to make Michael B. Jordan Superman. Why would you do that? If you want to put a black person in the role, keep Black Michael B. Jordan to take over the Black Panther series, since what was the actor's name that passed away for the Black Panther? Chad, yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace. They should have Michael B. Jordan take over the whole Black Panther series since he passed away. Don't put him to take over a Superman character that was always a white character, a white person, Caucasian, or whatever you want to.
Yeah. Just like how I did, I don't want to cut you off, but I want to just throw in this little extra so that it can continue, so we can finish the conversation between us three. But also, yes, my point of this is, yes, with Michael B. Jordan being a black Superman, you guys don't know so much about comics, but in the comics, they have a character called Val-Zod that is a black Superman, but he's not Clark Kent. He's another Superman from another world. But what they're doing now is they're basically doing the cancel culture, and that's what it looks like. Why are you making Clark Kent, if he's in the comics, as a white guy? He's known as a white guy for all that we know. Superman's white, and you got a black Superman that you can still introduce, like how they introduce all these other characters now. What's the problem with introducing the proper character from the comics, which is a black man? But no, they just
And the actor that's playing Superman now in the Justice League and everything, he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job as Superman. So why would they want to change that? Why would they want to change that?
And this is another thing too that's gonna basically heat up the freaking damn hairs in your asshole. Look at this one. Warner Brothers, the ones that's running the show, they go and they make a statement, right? They make a statement that says, Black Superman will be the next Black Panther. When the fuck is freaking Superman compared to Black Panther? Are you kidding me?
Oh,
that statement alone screams cancel culture.
Exactly. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. I feel like they just catering the Black community, and I get it, but if you're gonna
hold on. Start the whole thesis back.
I was just saying that the whole thing, they shouldn't change the whole Superman gimmick, the whole character, to a black man. They should just keep it the way it is. And like you said, Rich, bring the other black Superman into play so that it could give the black community something else to look forward to. But that whole changing Clark Kent, all that's is dumb. Like I said, they wouldn't change Blade to a white person. They wouldn't change Black Panther to a white Panther. Like
So you
it just
disagree?
doesn't make sense.
You disagree with the carrot top Blade? You're not Richardson.
Definitely, definitely don't agree with that. Man.
So it'd be the Ginger Panther.
The Ginger Panther.
Oh my god.
I tell you, it's the world is getting more and more comical by the day. It's like there's enough material to talk about. I'm telling you, it just keeps going on and on and on. I wanted to touch base.
I agree.
I want to touch base with what's going on in Israel. What you guys think about that? Have you heard anything about that? The bombings that's going on in Israel?
No, I haven't. Honestly, I think I seen one clip online. It was a guy on the outside. I guess he was doing an interview or something like, or he was a newscaster. And in the background, you could see like sparks up in the air, like from a distance. And they looked like it was they were like shooting at each other. It was weird. It was at night.
Yeah,
I don't know the whole story about what's going on in Israel, but I heard that there's been airstrikes and bombings going on, and a whole lot of Arab and Israel people fighting against
Israelis.
each other, and yeah, Israelis like I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but I've heard things like that, and it's crazy. This world is going crazy right now.
I mean, now they've been fighting for years, though. I would think they've been fighting for the same land that belongs to none of them for years.
Oh yeah, I mean it's basically rain showers of rockets that's been hitting Israel at the moment, and you know, we don't know too much on the topic. I just want to touch base on it, and my heart goes out to all those people because, you know, no matter bad or good, you know, there's a lot of women and children that are dying over there, you know, and people suffering, and we all got to stick together. So it's just crazy what's going on in the world right now. So
yeah, a whole lot.
You know, like the world's like a freaking like a strip club, you know? Like let's talk about strip clubs. Let's talk about how somebody just bent over and just let, you know, Mr. Satan freaking damn take him in the ass. Let's talk about LILNASX. What you guys think of that video?
Oh man. You want to start? Because I don't want to start. Rich, why don't you start?
I don't know.
Okay, you know, the problem with the world right now is it's too freelance, it's too freestyle, it's begging for a little bit too much, but yet there is too much similarity and coincidence in how all this, you know, hype of things. And the hype of things is that you got a guy like LILNASX, and he's basically trying to teach his fans, and if it can reach other eyes that are not his fans, he's winning. He's thinking he's winning by sending the message that, hey, for me to be successful, I gotta peel my freaking asshole so that the devil can see it and stick it. That's not something that I want an example for the kids, you know. And lap dancing and dancing around, and then all of a sudden he just rips the horns or whatever the case may be, where he's just claiming that he's a god. That's the problem. LILNASX, you're not a god. You're not a god. you're more like a pretzel, you know, like you snap it off, you snap it another way and stuff like that. You toss it to the side when it's dried out with no fucking salt. That's what you are.
Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't like the video because of my beliefs. My beliefs, I didn't like the video. I thought it was very disrespectful to those who believe in their beliefs, in their religions and stuff like that. I just think it was very disrespectful. I didn't like it. I wouldn't want my kid, my stepson, or kids, or anyone wanting to listen to that is, or not listen to the music, but the video. Watch the video. The video is just very disrespectful to me. I mean, I don't have nothing against the gay community. If that's what you do, that's how you live your life, then okay. But my problem with that is if you don't want no one to disrespect the way your lifestyle is, the way you live your life, don't come into ours and disrespect our way of life, our lifestyle. Show us the same respect that we give, yeah. But it's like this world now is like you either love us. I'm talking about, you know, the gay community is either you love us, and if you don't, we have a problem with you, and that's not cool. That's not cool. We all supposed to love each other, stick together, respect each other, respect each other's beliefs, religions, whatever you wanna believe. But I just feel like it's very disrespectful. I don't like it. I seen it once. Seen the video once and never again. But everybody will. Judgment day will come every day. Everybody will have to answer to the one God.
You ain't got no extra stuff to say, Geeno, on that one?
Honestly, I saw the video. Of course, I didn't like the video. To me, I didn't care enough for it. I didn't care enough for it, and the reason why is because it's not my cup of tea. But what upsets me is the fact that why are you guys a community in the first place? Like, I don't get it. Like, the thing is that if you're a certain way, and you know, you're into the same sex or whatever the case may be, why do I have to accept what you have going on in your personal life? That's not my fucking problem. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the thing is that they make it seem like, okay, all right, oh, you have to, I'm this way and you have to accept it. The world has to accept it. The world doesn't have to accept shit. You have to,
Mm-hmm.
what you have to do is keep your personal life personal. People have a tendency not doing that. You know what I'm saying? There was gays in the 70s. There was gays in the 80s. Nobody gave a shit about it because it wasn't in people's face.
Mm-hmm.
What you call it? Some guy didn't just come randomly and come up to other people and start doing, you know, weird stuff. Stuff that we
Mm-hmm.
consider weird. No offense to people that are gay, but like, I
It's
just
my
feel like, just keep your personal stuff personal, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not a subset. That's not a what you call it, a group. It's a lifestyle, bro. You know what I'm saying? You keep your lifestyle to yourself. Why why
mm-hmm.
why does anybody have to accept your stuff? Like, I don't care
Mm-hmm.
what you do. So stop making me stop making me feel like I gotta care about what your sexual preference is. I don't care.
And now, yeah, now it's like is they forcing it everywhere. They
Right.
forcing it everywhere. TV shows is like I watch a
Yo,
movie and it's something that has to do with that. I can't even watch a movie with my kid or my woman, and there's not something in there that has to do with liking the same sex. And it's like it's getting ridiculous. Like, okay, we get it, we respect, yeah, but respect us too at the same time.
mhm.
Like it's
Nah, but
just
I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you something ill. Me and you, right? Me and you, we go outside, right? We meet up with each other. We get into a fist fight. We both go to jail. You fight a gay. You fight somebody that's gay. You know what I'm saying? You go outside and fight somebody
It's
that's
a
gay.
hate
Hate
crime.
crime. That's a
And
hate
you're
crime.
going
Hate
to get hit
crime.
with a hate crime.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Like how fit? That's like you know what? You know what we should do? You know what we should do? We should make a straight guy community.
Yeah.
Have a what you call it? Have a banner that or a flag that's just black and white or something, black and white stripes, and just go out and march for our straight pride. Like
Yeah.
it's
And if,
ridiculous. That makes no fucking sense. It
and
doesn't
if
make any
they
sense to me.
if they fight us and instead of a hate crime, it will be called a straight crime.
Right. That's some
Yeah.
bullshit.
I can start the T-shirts. The SDC. Straight dick community. We could do that. Basically.
Straight dick community does not sound straight, bro.
Nah, but I was just saying, man. All I'm saying is respect us like we respect y'all, and just keep your personal lives personal, like what Geeno said. That's all we say. But I don't have nothing against gays. I have gay people. I have gay family members in my family. I have gay friends. Like I don't have
Yeah.
nothing against gay people, but just keep that personal. Like it doesn't have to be forced.
I don't hate them. I don't like them. I just don't care enough for your sexual preference. That's it. Like, yo, what you do in your own time or what you like is your own business, bro. Just
Exactly.
you don't have to shove that shit in my face for me to accept it. Don't do that. Like, I don't care for it. Just leave me alone. Or leave it alone for other people. Like, people don't. There's people that are not comfortable with that kind of stuff. For you to even be forcing it on them, and then when they lash
Yep.
out, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's a hate crime.
if there's a dude that don't like gay stuff and you keep putting gay stuff in his face, it's gonna get to the point that it's gonna irritate him, or it's gonna irritate her. You know what I'm saying? And then there are people that, oh my God, they're filled with hate. No, you just shove that gay shit in their face all the time. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see it no more.
Yeah.
But then there's people that are more accepting and willing to accept it. But you don't have to constantly keep reminding the world and shoving it into people's face. Who cares? Nobody cares. Well, I don't care. I don't care enough to, to want to
Yeah.
support you or not support you. Whatever you do with your fucking life is your problem, not mine.
Yep. I agree.
That's the problem, with self-expression. Now, if you basically are a gay or you're not gay, or if you're a person of color, now everything is, broken up in groups and stuff. Everything is just, separate. And we have to be, so attentive to get so much spotlight to these things. Like, oh, wait a minute, they're making out of it and they're freaking damn jerking each other in front of freaking damn kids and stuff. And we supposed to be clapping and stuff and bravo and freaking cheering them on while they do this in public. No, you do your thing. I don't care. As long as you don't freaking try slipping your hand down my shit. I really don't care. Do your thing.
What's really this world right now is very emotional. Everybody's very emotional. Everything is like everybody gets in their feelings about everything.
And now you get the
if
word.
they do,
yes.
It's cancel this, cancel that, cancel this, cancel that. It's crazy right now. Very emotional generation right now.
Now you get the word. You guys speak of the word community, right? If you break up the COM and you look up the definition to COM, it comes to a with or together. That's the definition. So community. When the hell is these communities, like gay community and bi and whatever the hell community they want to freaking throw in, how is it with us? How is it that we're together when it's always seeming like we're separating and fighting each other? Like, if you guys want to be a community, like if you break up the calm and you got the unity, do you know what the hell unity means? Unity means we're together, you fucking assholes. not freaking them separate. If you want to be gay, you be gay. If you want to be black, you want to be black. If you want to paint your ass fucking green, you paint it green. And you see how I got my freaking mask on. I really don't care about shit. You tell me.
This brings me to my point, and he gets bashed a lot. I know Geeno don't really, not too fond of him like that, but I bring him to TOMMACDONALD. Um, I've heard of him. I've seen a video before. My first video I seen was the white boy video, and it was okay. You know, it was a good video. It was okay. But Richardson pointed out to me one of his recent videos of Fake Woke, and that video opened up my eyes, and I became a fan of TOMMACDONALD. He's very, very talented. A lot of people disagree. A lot of people agree. But the reason why I'm bringing TOMMACDONALD is because he's one that doesn't hold back. He says what he feels. He says about every single thing that's going on in the world. And if you don't like it, oh well. And if you do like it, good. That's how I feel, and I respect and I support his music. I love his music. His music is number one. TOMMACDONALD, if you see this, I rap too. I would like to do a song. But I enjoy your music, Tom. Like, keep doing you and don't change. I know you made a song called Fake Fans, and you get a lot of fans saying don't change, keep being you and this and that, but it's the truth. We tired of the sellouts. We tired of the people that sell out and just change for the money, the fame, and all of that. We want you to stay the same and keep pushing out that controversial music that we love. And I just agree with what he's saying. Everything he says on the music, I agree with. And that's what's going on in the world right now. It's like everybody's emotional. Everybody doesn't have a right to their own opinion and things like that. And it's like I love what Ben Shapiro said, and that's one of the quotes that TOMMACDONALD put in his Fake Woke video is facts don't care about your feelings. Like, that's a very strong quote, and it's true. Now, facts don't care about your feelings. If it's true and it hurts your feelings, oh well. But
Yep.
that's one of my favorite quotes recently that I've heard. So shout out to Ben Shapiro and shout out to TOMMACDONALD.
Truth over facts.
Biden.
The truth is rich, right? The truth is rich.
The truth is rich. Not truth over facts. I don't know who the fuck came
Oh man, that's our president of the United States.
We're in for something, a big treat. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh god, man.
So any of you guys have something to bring up or something? Because you know.
I would like to elaborate on this TOMMACDONALD guy. I mean, he's decent. I'm not a big fan, but the Fake Woke had a lot of strong points. There was certain points in his song I disagree with, but a lot of it was strong. You know, a lot of it was, he had a lot of strong points. Like there was a bar he said, I think it was he said something along the lines like, or where we all struggle the same, or the every day, or whatever the case may be, or how he broke it down like everybody's in groups, but it was more along the lines like we all in the same struggle. Yeah. I'm like, that's completely false. There's no way that, you know, like little Katie from the hills is suffering like Tyrone from my block. Like, no, it's not the same struggle. I get the premise.
No, he said something. He said that Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name because the system is screwing everyone exactly the same.
And
He's
that's not true.
saying,
That is not true.
I feel it's the same. I feel it's true.
It isn't. It isn't the same. And I thought it was kind of offensive, but it isn't the same. The system don't work for everybody. The system works for a certain caliber of person or people. That's why the system was put in place in the first place. It was to keep people up here and people down here.
Yeah, but you can't say that a certain amount of races go through certain things, especially with the system or whatever, that certain races only go through what's going on, but the rest of the races, certain races don't. Like people do, there's a lot of the Hispanic community that goes through violence with cops. It's not publicized, it's not televised like how they
White
put it.
people go through it too.
White people go through it. I've seen it, man. You can see it on the show Cops. The show Cops alone, it shows you a lot of white people getting arrested on drugs and stuff like that. So it's like, I mean, I don't know. Everybody, like I said, people have their own opinions.
But it's not only with police. It's just how the system is structured. Like if you're what you call it, if you're from a certain bloodline or or prestigious family, you don't feel the system how you would feel it like if it was one of us.
Oh yeah, that goes. That theory goes way past. Like it's we could get into that. That's like a whole nother different story, different subject, different day.
Can I?
But that's like a lot.
Can I butt in?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you guys talk about the systems, you got to remember what kind of systems you're talking about, because there's systems in tiers and branches, like a freaking web, like a spider web. So, the system that he probably is referring to is the system not that everyone is suffering the same, but we are all manipulated the same as one system, far as who's beneath the elite, because not everybody's going to be at that very top slot, and that very top slot is the one that wants to control and take over everything, where you have the people below. They think they're doing good because they got millions or whatever, but by the end of the day, they're fucking scraps. They can freaking get rid of them, freaking name, toss them, sacrifice them, whatever the case may be. They're not really that important. Only the people.
One bad move.
Exactly. Only the people, like foot soldiers. Only the people that fit that group. So when you have system, Tom McDonald, I think he was trying to refer to as the system where you can hate this person for their color, you can hate this person for the preference of who they freaking want to be with, or who they want to be like, or how they want to live their life. We're all following the system of we are all going against each other, while these bastards at the top are sitting back and enjoying the show. And while every day we hate each other more and more and more, that same system,
they're making us hate each other.
Exactly.
They dividing us. They making us hate each other. They just adding fuel to the flame of what's going on in this world.
Now, for example, you seen the stuff that happened with Seth Rogen and James Franco. Now, James Franco is dealing with some sexual allegations that's against him, right? So look at how freaking Hollywood will sell you out. Like, exactly, when you think of the top people will sell you out and basically just throw you to the wolves. Seth Rogen says, oh, you know what? Since James Franco is dealing with all this sexual allegations and all this freaking damn court stuff, I can't fuck with you no more. I can't make no more movies. No more smoking blunts. No more hanging out on the weekends. And no more watching you while you shower. No, I can't deal with that. So that's what's going on with Seth Rogen and James Franco. But if you put that into the world as we speak, that's how it is. You got the people that's not suffering or not dealing with something, or the ones that's being sacrificed or thrown to the wolves, so that the other ones could basically sell them out and then just completely flip the script, and now they don't know you. That's what's going on right now. We're seeing a lot of, oh, you know what? Let me just toss this one to the side to the wolves while I freaking then try to just think of myself. That's what's happening right now.
If you're not a part of that specific group, that crew of people, then we all in the same boat. Everyone around the world is in the same boat. No matter what colors, religion, belief you have, we all in the same boat if you're not a part of that group of people.
Now, you gotta take it. You gotta take it as this. Think about it. You know, if there weren't a system, if there weren't something happening, then why is it that everywhere you look, there's some things that are embraced or happens naturally, and then there's some that is like freaking damn a 12-footer just being stuffed into somebody's freaking throat by force. It's not freaking down. It's not that comfortable for freaking most people. If you think about it, that's what's happening now. You're being force fed something, and if you don't like it, you're the enemy. You're the enemy of the state, or you're the villain or something, or you're a wanted sign. I don't get it. I don't get how you don't follow through with what they do, and it's like you're the one that doesn't exist, or you're the one that's not a part of this world, or you're the outcast, or you're not cool enough. That's what's going on now. So it's a system. It's a cycle. Everybody's falling into that. They're falling into that whole thing where it's cool to bash this person. It's cool to not hate this, because at the moment that's what people's following right now. But when the fad goes, what happens? Now we're going to be defending the whites and then going after the blacks, or is it going to be against the Chinese or some freaking damn alien race? But there's always something in some period of time in history where things shift, and there's a hate that's being projected to another group or another community, if you want to say, whatever you want to call it.
That's their biggest card. It's the race card.
Exactly. Like, the thing I never get is this: if you're proud of your country, you're proud of where you come from, that's cool. But this is another system. This is another thing, another popular thing that happens now, that you see people, right? And we're like, hey, yo soy dominicano, right? Mi dominicano son más mejor. Yo soy boricua and I'm better than you. Why does it have to be freaking there? Because these people freaking there make
Yo, Rich, you speak Spanish?
Yeah, listen, I'm multicultural, brother. I can get down with the kind of stuff.
Holy shit.
And that's the thing. Like, the last time I checked, back in the day, motherfuckers wasn't worrying about freaking you Dominicana, Boricua, freaking Cubano. They wasn't worrying about that. Nigga, oh, well, you drink? Okay, no, then drink. Bring some cervezas. Oh, wait a minute, you want some Moroccan freaking gandulas? Oh, we're going to eat that too with some penne. And they sit down and play dominoes. And that's it. Doesn't matter if you're freaking black, white, freaking, doesn't matter. We're getting down and we're having fun. You don't see that no more. What bodegas you see with freaking damn people sitting in the corner? Not that many.
Recently, I've heard Asians was being attacked. Now Israelis and Arabs, and it's like, man, what the hell's going on, man? And our president is not doing a good job, to me. Gas prices over here spiked up like crazy.
The pipeline workers too that basically lost their jobs.
Man, my mortgage went up a couple of dollars. It went up. My mortgage went up. Man, it's not doing good. There's a lot of stuff that's just not.
Yeah. Telling you, give it 2 more years. United States and China.
Yep.
We don't have. We don't
Because
have.
they're already stripping us from what you call it, from our First Amendment. First Amendment is gone. Second is being attacked. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So everybody right now is on the verge of trying to hold on to their guns. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just in shambles, and it's right back to where it was when Obama was here. You know what I'm saying? It's right back to getting getting our oil from manufacturers outside of the United States, giving more
Yep.
jobs to people outside of the United States, and
Yep.
taking all of our jobs once again.
Thousands of
Let
jobs,
me
especially with that pipeline.
let me bring a point to you guys. Let me just bring a point to you guys. You brought up the point about that another 2 years that we're gonna be China, but I want you guys' opinion. Do you think it's gonna be that easy? Because yes, it's easy with the transition with the idiots that we see now that's letting it happen. But did you guys forget that we have ex-military, ex-police, firefighters, those die-hard patriots, real Americans that love this country? Do you think they're gonna freaking give up their guns? Do you? Do you? I don't think so. So it's gonna be a war. It's gonna be people basically fighting back because that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take everybody fighting back because last time I checked, I don't think anybody's gonna go to some freaking damn war veteran or some freaking damn real patriot and be like, "Hey, sir, can I take your guns?" Without you freaking giving a problem. And the war veteran saying, "Wait a minute, you want to take this gun? Okay, try it, and I'll freaking blow your fucking head off." So
It's gonna be a civil war.
exactly. So who do they think they're gonna just basically? Is this gonna be that easy? Like it's just gonna happen? No, it's gonna happen with war.
It's 17. What's the year again with George Washington? 1776.
Yeah, 1776. Yep.
It's gonna be that all over again.
Yep. And
we're gonna have to fight.
Yep.
Exactly. That's exactly what's happening.
The redcoats are coming. The redcoats are coming.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. We're living in a time where things is just getting more and more shaky, and it's just sometimes you look at the stuff that happens and you wonder, like, is this real? Is it really actually happening? Or do you say to yourself, like, I'm not really surprised at anything that happens these days because it's like fantasies coming true.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a
movie. Yeah. Reese, I don't know. Things don't seem real anymore. A lot of things don't seem real. People don't seem real no more. Family, friends, shows, life in general just don't seem real anymore. And I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm awakened. Maybe it's like a lot of things is just opening up my eyes of what's really going on in this world.
And you know what's crazy? You know what sucks about that? The more your eyes open and the more you realize how stuff is, the more you feel like you don't even belong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
You
honestly,
feel alone,
that's how I've been
like
feeling.
an
Like
outcast. You feel like
I don't belong here. I don't belong with this. What is this? What is this world? Like I don't understand it.
It's getting I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like every day is like, what else is not real? It's like, what else is not real? Who else is not real anymore? It's like it's just I just go with the flow.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm gonna basically leave it to you guys if you want to leave some type of information or any promises of the next time you guys are guests, what you're going to bring to the show, anything that you guys want to express now before we completely close this out.
Well, I have nothing actually, but I would want to tell everybody.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
Well, I don't have anything, but just in case I do, follow me on every social platform. Facebook, Geeno the Truth. Geeno the Truth on Instagram, Geeno the Truth on Twitter. Well, I don't have a Twitter anymore. Thanks, Trump. Um, uh, everywhere else, just follow me on social media and just look out for, for us back on the show. That's all.
And I'll have you guys information in the links too in the description. So
Yeah, same thing with me. Follow me on Instagram, stealth1718. Same thing as the spell stealth 718, but 1718. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. I used to have a Twitter also, but I was banned for what reason? I don't know. Maybe because
you know why, nigga.
I
Just
know.
say it. You know
I
why.
know.
Yeah.
That's why I think Trump.
Exactly. He definitely knows why. Trust me, people. He knows why.
Yeah, I do. I get the cue.
I saw what you did there.
So for
Yeah.
now, Rich Richardson is not gonna have all the shout outs and all that bullshit with the emails and the ggwithg.com freaking address. I'm not gonna do none of that dumb shit. If you motherfuckers want to see me, you come watch me on my freaking YouTube channel, Sadistichead Vision. And that's it, guys. I'm freaking tired of this shit. I'll see you guys next time on